Hello and welcome back to the channel, and today I want to show you how to create this really out of this world PowerPoint presentation. We're going to take you from a view of planet Earth and zoom ourselves inside the interior of this space station, and once we're here we're going to actually set up some interactive sections. So you'll be able to click on any of these sections to travel straight to them inside your very own PowerPoint space station. So stay tuned, strap in, and let's get ready to launch. Okay, so let's dive right into the PowerPoint. This is a file that you can download. Just look in the comments below this video for the link. And I will provide two versions. I'll provide a version where you can build it yourself because you've taken the time to watch this video and you want to have a go at this. And I'll also provide you with the completed version so that you can just quickly add slides to it and away you go. But here on slide 1, we've got a collection of images. I'll explain these in just a second. And then we've also got 4 more slides that just say section 1, 2, 3, and 4. So these will become our interactive screens a little bit later on in this video. First of all though, what we're going to do here on slide 1 is we're going to create the interior of our space station. So I'm going to take the background image of planet Earth and make it nice and big. I'm going to take this space station looking image here and I'm going to drop that into the bottom corner and stretch that out so that's nice and big as well. You don't have to be exact with this, so long as you fill the entire slide, and I'd probably recommend you have a little bit of each image kind of hanging off the edge of the slide as well. And then take the final image, which is the controls, I guess I would call them, of our space station, and I'm going to make that fit just inside the slide like so. Again, you don't need to be exact, but these 4 rectangles here on the left, this is where we're going to drop our interactive screens a little bit later on. So at the moment this image is just made up of lots and lots of different objects, and I've grouped them all together for you. The second image beneath that is a PNG image, which is why the windows are cut out and we can see Earth in the background behind. I've also dropped a space here. I've dropped a little shape that says your logo here. Feel free to just delete that and actually drop your logo on there. You can put it anywhere, to be honest. You could put your logo at the top of the window. It's entirely up to you. You don't even really need the logo on there if you don't have one. So what do we need to do next? Well, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to create the interactive screens. I'm going to switch my guides off so that this is a bit cleaner to look at. At the moment, we've just got slides, and that is okay. That's a good starting point. But what we want is an interactive section for each of these 4 screens that enable us to add lots and lots of content into those sections. So I don't just want to zoom into one screen and have one piece of content. I'd like that to play out across 10, 15, maybe even 20 or 30 slides in each section if you really need to. It's entirely up to you. Now the way that you do that is by adding sections into your PowerPoint. So over here on the left, I'm actually going to right click in between these 2 slides, in between slides 1 and 2, and I'm going to press add section, and I'm just going to call this section 1, and then I'm going to do the same thing for the other slides, section 2, and so on. You get the idea. Let's fast forward a little bit through this. And there we go. So not only have we got the kind of opening slides of each of those sections, we've now given ourselves the ability to add multiple slides of content inside each section. So once you've built this template, if you want to, you can come into section 1, you can go to the new slide button and you can choose from any of these layouts that I've provided for you. They are very basic, feel free to play around with them, but you can use the Slide Master layouts to build out as much content as you want inside each section that we've just set up. Now, if we go back to slide 1 here, what we're going to do next is make this interactive. That's the key thing for this design. So in the Insert menu inside PowerPoint, at the very center of this ribbon, you'll see an option called Zoom. And this is a great feature of PowerPoint. It's really changed the game for PowerPoint users over the last few years. Because we just set sections up, we're going to select Section Zoom. And when we select Section Zoom, we then see the different sections of our PowerPoint. Now, if we hadn't have just set these up, they wouldn't be appearing in this menu. So I'm going to click on all 4 of these and press Insert. And then what I'm going to do is place them on top of these computer screens. Now, let's just move them slightly out of the way so that we can do this nice and tidy. I'll try and do this as neatly as I can, but you'll get the idea. And again, don't worry about being exact with this. If this is the first time that you're ever doing this before in PowerPoint, it will be very new to you. In fact, that one should be down here, section 3. And let's do section 2 just here. So as you can see from my example, I could be much neater with this. And in the template that I've provided to you on the link that's in the comments to this video, you will notice that actually I have fine-tuned the look and feel of this. But the principle is the same. This is still going to create an interactive presentation for me. Now what I'm going to do is hold down the Shift key and I'm going to select all 4 of those, and I'm going to select all of the screens that were already there. So those screens that were grouped together. And then I'm going to press Control G, or you can right click and choose the grouping option so that now all of those objects are grouped together. Okay, so we've got all of the screens that were already there, plus the new interactive section zooms all grouped together as one object. Now, just to show you how that works, if I go to present mode now, and I'll just swap these displays around, you'll see that I can now click on any of these and it will bring me back out to slide 1. So I can go straight to section 4 if I want to, and it will bring me back to slide 1, then to section 3, and back to slide 1. Now, if you're wondering about editing these, you can edit them as much as you like. So if you go into section 1, slide 1, you can just change the name of this. So you might want this to be called About Us. Section 2 might be Case Studies, and so on. You don't have to have them staying the name that I've given them. Section 1, 2, 3, and 4. You can name them whatever you want, okay? And you won't break anything at all once you've got those sections in place. Also, if you want to, just to kind of go over this again, if you want to, you can go to New Slide and you can add new slides into every single section and as many slides as you want. So you could have 100 slides inside this PowerPoint, maybe 25 in each section, or however you want to split them up. There's no limit to that. And by adding the slides inside the sections that we've created, you again will not damage or break this interactive menu that we've just set up. So that's part 1. We've set up our first slide. We've got our space station all looking really nice, and we've got our interactive sections. But what we haven't done yet is that really fancy intro that you saw at the beginning of this video. We want to surprise our audience by showing them planet Earth and then bringing them inside our space station. We don't just want them to appear inside the space station straight away. So how do we do that? Well, what we're going to do is actually make a duplicate copy of slide 1. And then on that duplicate copy, so on the new slide 1, we're going to make a few changes. So I'm going to hold the control key down and just zoom back a little bit. And I'm going to switch my guides back on so that I can see the edge of the slide. And now what I'm going to do is click on the different images that I've got, and I'm going to make them really, really big so that they go off of the edge of the slide. And again, you don't need to be exact with this, so long as you make them big enough that they don't appear anymore on the actual slide. So you might need to play around with this a little bit. Let's just do that again. So I'll make the interior of my space station really massive. There we go. And then our little company logo can move over here to the left. So we've moved everything so that the only thing that's going to be visible on the slide when we hit present in a second is Planet Earth and your logo. Now, once we've done that, we can then click on slide 1 and 2, hold the shift key down to select them both, go to the transitions menu and just make sure that the morph transition is selected. Okay, if it's not selected, click on the morph transition, and then when we go into present mode, we will see our intro slide with just Planet Earth and your logo sitting on the left hand side. And then when we click the right arrow, or if we're using a wireless clicker, when we click to start the presentation, we then magically zoom our audience into our very own space station. So that's how it's done. We simply duplicate the slide, we make everything really massive apart from the background, and then we use that morph transition between the two to get this really nice zooming effect. And of course, once we're in here, then we can ask our audience which section they want to focus on first. We can click on that section, travel to it, present the slides to them, and PowerPoint will know to bring us back to slide 2 because it's come to the end of the section that it was in. So it's quite a complex PowerPoint build, but hopefully I've kind of demystified it a little bit for you and made it as simple as possible. So I hope you found that useful. Again, look out for the links in the comments below to these files so that you can download them. I'm going to give you a before and after, so if you want to have a go at building it yourself, which I highly recommend, that would be great. If you haven't got time for that and you just want to see this working and then add your own logo and your own content to it, by all means you can do that as well. Please, if you found this useful, like the video and hit the subscribe button. It really means a lot to us and it helps our humble little presentation design agency, The Presenter, keep going. So please pass this video on to your own network, like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video. Take care.